Hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? Once again, it's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So, we are going to continue our social media content creation week, day number 4. This is an opportunity for me to share with you some types of freebies that you can share across your branded content as far as your social media platforms. Okay. So, of course, as always, feel free to share this out because that's what it's all about. Sharing is caring, and tag your business besties too. If you are catching me on the replay side, remember to drop into the comment box hashtag replays rock. So, let's do this really quickly. I'm going to run through 12 different types of free content that you should be sharing on your social media platforms. Now, here's the deal. I see a lot of entrepreneurs, and I'm a web designer, so I'm always building websites. I see a lot of entrepreneurs. They create these great freebies, but they just sit there collecting dust. And what we need to do is we need for you to identify your best free offers and consistently promote them more across your social media platforms. Okay. So as we go through this list, identify ones that you have, get really specific and go, oh my gosh, yeah, I've got this particular one, so that you can start to share these more across your social media platforms. So the first one is a guide, okay? So a PDF where you are essentially sharing a few tips, a few steps, a few points, a simple PDF guide. Do you have any of those that you can share across your social media platforms? Number one. And of course, I'm going to number 2 share with you the free templates that I've created to help you promote your content. So if you haven't already done so, look in the description. You should see that over at sistersense.com/5FT, you can get your 5 free social media templates. Okay. So number 1, as I mentioned before, is a guide. Do you have some sort of short PDF that's really information based, where you can show people how much you know and how much you can help them grow in whatever capacity it is that you do as far as being an expert in your industry. The next one, of course, is an ebook. So ebooks are obviously bigger than guides. So you may have a short guide that maybe is anywhere between 3 to 12 pages long versus having an ebook that you've developed that maybe is anywhere between 20 to 100 pages long, right? So considering that you can create amazing ebooks that you can offer to your audience for free, can you identify any of those that, again, you have sitting there collecting dust and not dollars, not doing what they need to do to help you build your list and your revenue too, right? So I want you to think about which of these you have versus maybe you want to start to create. Because for some of these, you have them, but they're sitting there and you need to promote them on your social media platforms for more. And other ones, maybe you don't, but you might want to start to develop some. So I'm going to pause for a second once I share the third one with you so I can take you inside of an example of one of the 5 free templates. Okay. So the next one on this list is, after guides and ebooks, you can actually do a physical book. Right? So you can say, hey, I'm going to give you this free book. All you got to do is pay for the shipping, right? I've done that before. So one of the things that you can consider is either developing a book that you're going to use for promotional purposes to kind of leverage it, get people excited about you, what you do, and then use that book to get them excited to coming into other things that you offer in your business. Or maybe you decide that you already have a book that you've produced, and maybe you've got more in your inventory than you expected. You've decided that you're going to use it for promotional purposes and give it away for free. Again, just saying, hey, pay shipping and you can get this good, right? So identify which of any of these you go, man, I think I could do something like that. And then we need to start to create some social media graphics that you can share on your platforms to do just that. So I'm actually going to pop up onto the screen. This is my Instagram page at Sister Sense. So make sure if you're not following me on Instagram, you go over there. Okay. So this is one of the templates that are in the 5 free template set that you get over at sistersense.com/5FT. And essentially it says, Boss, try these 5 ways to make a sale today and create your own 7-day cash flow calendar, right? So it's a really simple graphic, but you can customize it. You can put your brand colors in there. You can put your logo. You can change the color of that little box that says free download and use that to create a conversation piece. So essentially, my 5 ways to make a sale, it's a simple PDF guide. It's not an ebook. It's just a few pages, and I break down different smart ways to strategically make sales online. By the way, that is over at success.com/5 ways if you want to actually take a look at that guide. But if you want to see some of these free templates in action, I definitely recommend following me on Instagram. As I produce them, I'm sharing them here. So I'm going to continue, but again, I want you to be able to see that you should be more intentionally talking about the offers that you've created on a regular basis. Don't just let them sit on your website and hope that more people come to the website and opt into these freebies. You need to be strategically promoting them more. So if you can identify at least 3 different freebies, you can use that one graphic and create 3 of these promotional images that you can post on your social media platforms. And I'm just saying 3 just for the purpose of this example, right? So the 4th one on this list is a great freebie, is creating these amazing power posts where you're adding valuable information that people can dig into, share, and come back to, right? So I'm going to give you an example of that. One of my recent posts, let me just scroll down here for a second. This one, I could use Gold Diggers Challenge, but I'm looking for the one on how to run your business. This particular post you can find over at sistasense.com/RYB, which stands for Run Your Business. And essentially what I did was, you can't see it because I'm going over there and you can't see it because I haven't shared it on the screen. I'm like, yeah, they can see it. And no, you cannot. So essentially, this is a free post, but it's really valuable. I love that on Instagram, you can create carousel posts where you can share multiple slides in one post, right? So this is a power post. And essentially, let me go over there now so I can go through the slides. Essentially, I said here, I'm going to talk to you about 7 ways that you can run your business like a boss. This little video, by the way, is just like a super quick clip of a live that I did of the same topic. So normally my lives are like 15 to 20 minutes long. I took like maybe a 20 or 30-second clip of that where I just say, here are the 7 things. And then each of these is me going through all of the 7 strategies, right? So I created these in Canva. And I just absolutely love, producing content in Canva, which is why I wanted you to be able to get those 5 free templates that I've shared with you over at sistasense.com/5FT. So when I say you can go to sistasense.com/RYB, which stands for Run Your Business, that's me giving you a short link that's going to take you right to this post. So think about that. It's not always about creating new content. A lot of times it's about finding smart ways to get people to go back to the things that you've previously produced. So number 1, I want you to be able to identify in this list of 12 freebies, some of these freebies that maybe you have, but you're not promoting enough, right? And then number 2, I want to encourage you when you create really great posts on your social media platforms to not just go, oh, okay, I did that. Now I got to come up with some new stuff. Periodically go back and reshare that content, okay? Because that's going to allow you to create a space where you got new eyes on your best old material, right? Hey, Carla, welcome. Awesome to see you here, my dear. So, okay. Now that I've gone through number 4, I've got a few more that we're going to dig into. So take notes. And of course, let me know which of these you have versus you may go, man, I think I need to start producing some of those kinds of content right on my platform. So far I talked about PDF guides, which are short, versus ebooks, which can be 20 page. I would say an average decent size for a short ebook would be 20 to 30 pages up versus, PDF guides tend to be like reports. They tend to be somewhere between 3 to 12 pages, right? Also think about discount codes. So if you're somebody who has products that you sell on a regular basis, maybe you want to consistently share an opportunity for people to get a reduced rate on some of your great offers, right? I always say when you look at the businesses that are consistently generating revenue, they always have something for you, whether they're bringing back an old offer or they're sharing with you something new. So I've said to you all this week, I am super excited about my new content club, so that for 7 weeks, we did the first session last weekend, so we've got 6 more live sessions where every Sunday we're coming together and creating content for your social media or your brand, so that you've got valuable information to share with your tribe, plus attracting other people too. You can take a look at my content club over at susansense.com/TCC. So when I released the content club, maybe a day or two later, I said, look, right, if you're looking for budget-friendly solutions, if you cannot do the whole full week, 6-7 week experience, just do the first 3 to 4 weeks, right? And so I made a smaller package. I created an opportunity to get clients who were interested in participating at a reduced rate because they got the first 3 to 4 weeks versus the full 6 to 7 weeks, right? So I want you to think about that. If you are creating courses, or not even just digital content, if you're creating physical products, right? Are you consistently sharing sales and discounts? And you can easily say, hey, here's the picture, right? And I've got some great free templates for you, again, over at susansense.com/5FT. Essentially, you're going to get 5 of a set of 18 templates that I give to my mentees that are inside of my content club experience right now. And you can use it and say, hey, here's the sale that I've got going on, and post that on your platform. For those of you who do have products, when was the last time that you strategically promoted your products across your social media platforms? Hey, Rhonda, my girl Rhonda is in the building transcribing for me. Mwah, I heart you for free, my dear. Yes, PDF guides, ebook, physical book that you give away and say, hey, you can get this book free with shipping. And then number 4, power posts, right? Number 5, discount codes. So number 5 is offering discounts and essentially creating, consistently sharing on your social media platforms sales on a regular basis. You want to make money more often, share offers more often, right? More offers equals more opportunities. So number 6 is a webinar, right? So you can, I was actually talking to a client yesterday. I do clarity calls on Wednesdays, right? Over at callme.susansense.com. And I was talking to one of my clients and she said, you know what, I have a course and I would like to promote it. So I'm thinking about doing a webinar. Now you can do evergreen webinars where you record it and then have people be able to watch the replays automatically, or you can do a live webinar. Either way, it's an opportunity for you to say, hey, get on my list and I'm going to give you access, either access to the invite to the live or access to watch the replays. So another great freebie on this list here, webinars, number 6, whether you do them live or via the replay. Okay, so next one on this list here, thank you so much, Rhonda. Number 5, discount codes. Number 6, webinars. Number 7 on this list is audio. Audio is amazing. Okay, audio is the way to go if you don't want to get cute for the camera. Audio is the way to go if you don't necessarily want to do a webinar and put all these slides together. For me, when I want to quickly get my thoughts out there, I share via an audio experience. Actually, I recently did one. I did a check-in when I was launching the content club, and I sent out an audio to a segmented group, one of my email lists, and I said, okay, here are a couple of things that I want you to think about, right? We're getting ready for an end of one quarter, going into the next one. I want you to think about your next quarter goals. I got some free good for you, like the 5 free templates. I do have the upcoming content club. So it was basically an opportunity for me to check in. And sometimes I don't feel like writing it all out. Doing an audio for me is the better solution. Now, audio recordings don't necessarily just simply mean that you can do just like a recording of you, but you could do conference style, right? You can have a conference line, and as opposed to doing a webinar, do an audio based experience live. So next on this list for me is audio. Number 8 is printables. Printables, right? So okay, I'm gonna tell y'all this, right? There are 2 types of crafty people. Okay, there are crafty people like my girl Rhonda, and they actually do the crafts. And then there are crafty people like me who buy the products to do the crafts, and then we buy some more products to do the crafts, but we never actually get crafty. I'm just saying, you let me know, A or B, which kind are you, right? The one who actually does the craft, or your hobby is just buying craft supplies? Because I'm B, okay? Now, keeping it real, it doesn't necessarily have to be crafts, but I love printables. I love mini templates that you can see, print out, and then do whatever you want to do with them, right? And people buy them. I mean, for real, legit, buy them on Etsy like nobody's business. But of course, you can create printables that people could just print out so that they can create something amazing for themselves. I actually purchased a printable, I think it was like $7 last week. And I'm like, I love it. I absolutely love it. So think about, when it comes to your particular industry, maybe it's a PDF, I was talking to one of my clients and she does affirmations. And so she's like, I've got some wallpapers that people can put on their phones, but of course they can print them out as well if they want to keep those affirmations and have them showcased in their area. Where are my affirmation cards? They're on my desk here. I'm talking about my girl, Live Vibrantly, Lavon. I was telling her yesterday that every day I've got my stack of affirmation cards on my computer desk here. And every day I pull one out and bring it to the front. And if I don't forget, I'm going to read my affirmation card for today. It says, I am ready. I absolutely love these. Make sure you check out livevibrantly.com, livvibrantly.com. Okay. But think about that. Do you have printables, or can you produce one and share that with your audience? Hey, Felicia, I see you popping in here. Thank you so much again, Turquoise Blue. I truly appreciate you. Number 7 is audio, and number 8 is printables. I do the crafts, says Felicia. Good for you. I need to get there, boo. I really, really do. Hey, Jeanette is in the building. Both sewing machines, $100 patterns, 4 cases of material. So you spend it like nobody's business, right? Love those cards. Wonderful deal. Yes, gotta love, live vibrantly. So, all right, y'all, thank you so much for participating here live with me. We're having a good time. As I mentioned before, number 8 is printables, and you can give those away for free. Or number 9, you can create an infographic, right? Infographics are great because you can give people a great amount of information in that compact space. A lot of infographics are vertically long. So depending upon how much information you want to put in there, you can share some of your great, valuable knowledge in the form of an infographic. Infographics also are great freebies if you find that you're not so inclined that you want to create like a 12 or 20 or 30 page PDF document. You kind of want to just get all your thoughts out concisely and in a quick way. Doing an infographic is a great solution for that. So that's number 9. Number 10 is templates, right? So obviously printables, they're like templates, but I mean, they're kind of interchangeable because some printables are things that you can use as a template, but other printables, like let's say you want to, give people like a 1-page worksheet, isn't necessarily a template. So some templates can be printable, right? So, but in some cases, they can be totally different. So I mentioned to you guys that I do have 5 free fabulous social media templates for you over at sizzlesense.com/5FT. And I love to create digital templates for clients to work in. And I'm having an amazing time working with my mentees as part of the Content Club experience. So essentially, for those of you who are looking for accountability, for those of you who go, I can never find the time to consistently get with this social media thing, posting my stuff on Facebook and Instagram and all these different places. What we're doing is intentionally coming together every Sunday for 7 weeks. It's a 6-week program, but for those of you who missed last Sunday, which was our first live, I decided to add on an extra week as a bonus. And all the details about the Content Club are over at sizzlesense.com/TCC, which stands for the Content Club, right? So do you have templates that you can share? And for me, I always talk about when it comes to strategically using freebies, give people a little, and then hopefully if it's valuable enough, maybe they want to come back for more, like taste testers. So the set of 5 fab free templates, they're actually 5 of a set of 18 that I've given to the mentees that I have as part of my Content Club. And it's always important, if you are trying to get people excited about seeing you as a trainer, as a speaker, as an expert, as somebody who has something valuable to that for them, give them the opportunity to experience that. Me going through 7 days of social media content creation is me giving you the opportunity to experience me teaching on that level, right? And I want you to think about whatever it is that you're trying to offer your audience. How can you give them some trial experiences? These are some great examples of freebie taste testers that you can offer. Okay, so I see you guys popping in here. Could you provide a little bit more info about infographics? I'm still not sure how to use one for content. Is it just to share data, facts, numbers, etc.? I mean, just kind of as the name suggests, it's any kind of information that you find would be valuable for your audience. So I'll give you a great example of that. I'm on Pinterest. Don't know if you follow me over there, but I've created a few infographics, not a lot of them. One of the favorite ones that I've created from the past is about different types of blog posts that every entrepreneur should be creating, like different types. And I think I've got somewhere between like 5 and 10 of them, right? So that infographic is just an opportunity for me to be able to, in a concise, one flat, here it is, see it all way, just say, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, right? So like, let's say, for example, you're in health and wellness, right? Here are 15 things that you can do to work on your daily healthy routines. Any industry, any area of expertise, it's really just about what kind of information you would like to share with your audience. For example, I remember one time one of my clients said to me, man, when I come on these clarity calls with you, you always have something for me to do, something for me to execute. And then when I'm sitting there, I'm like, what should I be doing right now, right? So she's like, man, if I could just take all of those strategies that you always come up with and I have them with me on a regular basis, that would be so great. Inspired by her statement, I created an ebook called Do Something, Feel Accomplished, right? Now, that same ebook, I could very easily take 5 or 10 of those strategies and create an infographic. Are you looking to do something and be intentional today as an entrepreneur? You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hopefully that kind of gives you a little bit clarity. Really, it's just about things that you could otherwise do in a webinar, or you could do in an ebook, or in a more elongated way. You're just making a graphic to show people, and it doesn't have to be like math statistics with graph charts and things. Some infographics look like that, but really it's just about how you feel like presenting information in a concise, compact way on a graphic. Right. And Pinterest is infographic central. So if you're looking for inspiration, type in some of the keywords that best describe what you do and the kind of content you're looking to produce, and just geek out, essentially. Jeanette says, I really need to jump on those lives. Need freebies badly. I got you. So make sure that you take a look at the 5 free templates that I've produced. And as you're using those templates, feel free to share your designs with me. I would love to see what you've produced. You can actually email SusanSense@gmail.com and say, oh my gosh, I'm trying to look at some of the things that I did. You can tag me when you post them on social media at SusanSense, or go to SusanSense.com/SYD, which stands for Share Your Designs. It's going to take you over to a post that's all about the 5 free templates, and you can kind of pop in your designs in that post as well. So I'm late for the club. Will it be there this weekend? Yes. It's every Sunday, 10 a.m. We go for at least 90 minutes, but we did the first Sunday last week, and the live for that is already online, and we're going to keep on keeping on. So some ladies have signed up for the first 3 weeks. Some have signed up for the full 6 weeks. Honestly, now it's an extra week because I said, you know what? One of my clients was like, I signed up, but I'm going to miss next week. And I was like, oh, I feel so bad. So I've decided to add on an extra week of lives for her, and then everybody kind of benefits, right? So if you missed the first one, you're still technically going to get, more lives because I've added on a bonus one. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. Thinking about doing a few of those audios, starting a podcast soon. Awesome. One of the things that you'll probably see across social media platforms, a lot of people will post little mini previews of their podcast audios on their social media. So they'll maybe post the first minute or 30 seconds on Instagram or Facebook. Or a lot of podcasters will have their audio on their podcast platform, but then have a video version of the full podcast available for people to tune in on YouTube. So they're making sure that they can cross promote on multiple platforms. So if you're going to be launching a podcast, doing those micro pieces of content as far as, short little videos with your audios, also a smart thing to do as well. So we are almost at the end of this list. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. Number 9 was infographic. Number 10 was templates. 11, challenges. I love to create challenges, like for real. So one of the things that you can do is to think about, do you have a challenge that maybe you've produced recently, or maybe you even produced it a few months or a year ago and it's just sitting there, right? I was talking to one of my clients yesterday and she was like, okay, I'm thinking of making a new challenge. And I was like, didn't you make a challenge like last month? And she was like, I did. So I was like, I need you to promote that. Sometimes we get into a habit where we're always trying to come up with something new in the hopes that that new thing is that new everything. But honestly, it's about the consistency of showing up and promoting things that you've already produced. And you guys can raise your hand if you're at fault of whether it's a paid offer or a free offer, you're at fault at creating things, but not giving those things enough time to really sufficiently be promoted, either for a trial period or on a regular basis. I love, the rollbacks at Walmart. I love the concept of consistently coming back, showcasing, right, the things that you've produced before, because it's still valuable. So interestingly enough, one of the things that I talked about on the first content club that we did on Sunday, I had to think about it for a minute. I said, okay, here are a couple of things that we're going to do to work on your list building efforts. But if you're looking for help, I have, outside of what we're doing in the content club, I said I have an absolutely free challenge. It's called Launch with Leads. So I can teach you how to use ConvertKit, build your list, put together landing pages, and it's at SusanSense.com/LWL, which stands for Launch with Leads, right? I am consistently talking about challenges that I've produced, whether I did it yesterday or 5 years ago. I'm going to let you know about that challenge. And so this list that I'm giving you is an opportunity for you to pull out types of content that you go, I've never thought about that. I'm going to try that. But honestly, it's about assessing this list also and going, oh yeah, my God, I can't believe I had this, I have this, I have this, and I've done nothing with it. How many of you have things that you feel like you're all over the place, right? A part of the Content Club is helping you figure out how to clearly connect these things that you're creating, but they're just like floating objects, right? There's no intention. There are no clear connections to make sure you feel like you're not just doing a lot of busy work, but you're making these things work for you in the best of your ability, right? So challenges, creating a free experience, number 11, and number 12, samples, right? Again, your freebies are taste testers, right? So if you can give people an opportunity to get a sample of what you've produced, it's great. Now, this wasn't necessarily an intentional sample, but I love that my girl Rhonda is here. For my birthday, she gifted me these right here from her website, plushfunk.com. And it was a gift. It was a birthday gift. But it was like a sample because I got a taste of her awesome creative goodness, and I wanted more. So I went back to the store and I got a t-shirt. I also got the blue versions of these earrings here, and I'm going to get the black ones next. So, you know, I mean, think about just how you can give people samples, opportunities to taste and see if what you've got is a good fit for them. Okay. And I'm going to share one more with you, but I do see you guys dropping into the comment box. Teasers, great ideas. Yes, I love those audio teasers, and you'll see them. Really take note when you're on your social media platforms, who's creating the kind of content that you look at and you go, I need to do more of that. You know, those are things that you need to be saving, number one. But number two, you need to create that kind of value so people are saving your content as well. So yes, number 11 is challenges, and number 12 is samples. So last thing that I'm going to add, technically it's not really an idea that's on my list, but it's still worth mentioning. Number 13 is other. Why am I mentioning this? Because what I want you to do is I want you to think about, do you have another freebie, something that you've produced to give away, to build your list, to build buzz, but it isn't on this list? Think about that, like Jeopardy style. Do, 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 right? Think. Why? Because sometimes we listen to, you know, influencers or gurus or experts or whatever, and we take their guidance, we take their list as the end all be all. This list of 12 is not the end all be all. So in your industry, in your area of expertise, it's possible that there's something I haven't mentioned that you're giving away for free. Maybe you're giving away discovery sessions. I don't think I put that on this list, right? So what are other freebies that you know of or you've actually produced that you just take a minute to think about to refresh your mind? And then you'll find that there are some things that you should be promoting on your platforms more that you're not, right? So as I mentioned before, I'm just going to pop back over to my Instagram page, because honestly, a lot of the templates that I'm sharing with you guys, you'll find them on my page. And as I shared with you a few minutes ago, this one, scrolling up, this one right here is actually one of the free templates that you get, right? So it's really clean, really simple. You can customize the background, you can add your logo, and in the middle, you can just kind of quickly describe something that is for free that people can sign up to. Now it says free download, but that's assuming that it's a digital product. It doesn't have to be a free, it doesn't have to say free download. You can say free webinar, you can say free sample, you know, you can say free book. You know, what I love about these templates is that honestly, ultimately, they're customizable. So honestly, they can say whatever you want them to. Okay. So again, you get 5 free templates over at SusanSense.com/5FT. And if you would like to work with me and some of my amazing mentees, you can also take a look at the Content Club over at SusanSense.com/TCC. You know, when I launched the club, when we did our first week, I said to the ladies, I said, okay, let me know, guys, number one, what you want to do here, right? Because I already know what I want to share, but I also want to integrate your desires and needs as well. And I said, number two, why did you say you decided that you wanted to do this? And to be honest with you, outside of me loving Canva, loving being creative, loving creating all these cool things, quite a few ladies, they were like, I need the accountability. Like, I need to be more consistent with showing up and doing this stuff. And I like the idea of checking in and just, you know, making sure that I've carved out this time to work with you and work with these other women on this stuff. Because a lot of people, you know, we say we want to do a lot of things, but we never find the time to do them. And the Content Club for me is not about finding the time, but making the time. And I love to do it on Sundays because one of my favorite quotes is, a Sunday well spent brings a week full of content. So definitely take a look at the Content Club. Let me know if you have any questions. That again is over at sense.com/TCC. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to continue all week to motivate and inspire you to work on your social media content, because social media content, that's the week. That's what it's all about this week, right? So I see here, yes, thank you so much, Rhonda. Bonus 13, do you have another freebie that isn't on this list that you can promote or give away? Janelle said, I'm sorry, I said Janelle. Jeanette, just gave away a set of forms for getting and maintaining volunteers for theater events. Awesome. So creating, and not only just creating, but making sure that, you know, especially if you've got forms or you've got templates, you've got printables, things that work for you, you're adding value by saying, hey, look, these things are my good. They're working for me. So I'm going to give it to you so you can get that value too. It kind of gives people an opportunity to see, man, she's got a lot of stuff and I want to get some of that stuff. So I think I need to stick with this person a little bit more often. And that's basically really what it's all about. So as always, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the 12/13 fabulous freebies that you should be either creating or going through your personal inventory to find what you already have. So you should be promoting these things more. Number 1, guides. Number 2, ebooks. Number 3, free books that they pay for the shipping. Number 4, powerful post. Number 5, discount codes. Number 6, webinars. 7, audios. 8, printables. 9, infographics. 10, templates. 11, challenges. 12, samples. And 13, other. You thinking about other things that possibly you do that's not on this list too. So as promised, I am going to share my affirmation card for the day with you. And it is, I am ready. If you don't have your affirmation cards, y'all, you are definitely missing out. You should definitely get these affirmation cards. You can take a look at Lavon's website over at livevibrantly.com. Every affirmation card is designed differently. They're absolutely beautiful. I'm going to read mines for today, okay? And then I'm going to do an affirmation card activity that I love to do with my girl Lavon. But she's not here today, so I'm going to do it with you guys, okay? So I am ready. I'm using my past experiences to build a better tomorrow. I have all that I need to be successful. I am moving forward with faith, grace, ease. I can do it. I absolutely love this. So ever since I've gotten my affirmation cards, or I've unboxed them, because I just recently unboxed them, every day I'm reading my affirmation and then I'm kind of putting the ones that I've selected, I'm pulling them to the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out 3 affirmation cards. Okay. So I want you to pick a number, any number from 1 to 3. Okay. I told you my affirmation. Now you're going to find out what yours is. I picked them at random. I'm just going through the list of cards here and going, okay, I picked the cards. So I picked 3 cards. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Drop it into that comment box for me, and I'm going to read you your affirmation for today. Okay. So this is number 1. The first one. Oh, this is pretty, y'all. This is pretty. Okay. Wait. Did you pick a number? Yes. Drop them into the comment box for me. Did you pick a number? Let's see. Jeanette says, you do an amazing job of repurposing valuable content. Gotta be that that repurposed queen, right? Making the most of the things that you've already produced. And honestly, you've got to love your stuff. You can't just always try to come up with something new. I said the best book ever written is the Bible. And, you know, they may want to tweak some things and take some things out. But you know what? For the most part, it ain't changing, right? And it ain't going nowhere. So we got to dig into our bestsellers and be confident in that. So awesome. You guys pick some numbers. Good, good, good. Keep dropping them in. Here is the first affirmation. If you picked number 1, your affirmation is, I am rising. So it says, I'm rising above all false evidence appearing real. Do you know what that acronym stands for? I'm rising above all FEAR, false evidence appearing real. I am turning obstacles into opportunities, right? So FEAR, fear. I'm rising above all fear. Who is this one for today? Who is this one for today? That was number 1. So now we're going to dig into number 2. And my apologies, because as I put these on the screen, it takes my webcam like a minute or two. Logitech, you ain't working with me right now. It takes it a minute or two to refocus. So I look a little bit blurry on the screen. This one here is affirmation number 2 that I'm going to share with you. I am liberty. I am worthy, because I thought it was liberty, y'all. See, that's why you don't try to read stuff backwards on a webcam. I'm gonna try and see if I can get this thing to readjust for me. Okay, it says, I am worthy of unconditional love. Who needs to hear this today? Number 2, I am worthy of unconditional love. Today, love yourself unconditionally. Do everything with love. Speak with love. Walk with love. Cook with love. Play with love. You are loved and you are loved. Come on now. I am worthy of unconditional love. It has this gold border around it. It is so beautiful. I love these cards. Lavon really put her heart and soul into these, and I so heart her too. This is such a beautiful card. All right, y'all. So this is number 3. Number 3. If you had number 3, this is your affirmation for today. I am surrendering all thoughts that are not in alignment with what God thinks about me. What you thinking, number 3? I am surrendering all thoughts that are not in alignment with what God thinks about me. Take some time today to discover what God thinks about you. Jeremiah 29:11, Isaiah 55:8, and Ephesians 2:10. Somebody need a word right now. Who needs to surrender all thoughts that are not in alignment with what God thinks about you? So here is the third, y'all. I'm so sorry, because I'm so not good with the ring light and trying to angle this thing so you so you can see it correctly. Those are 3 affirmations that I randomly picked from the deck for you. Carla was 3, Jeanette was 3, Rhonda was 2. So hopefully somebody out there found something that resonated with them based on these words right here. That essentially is all I wanted to share. You guys go forth, do what you need to do to continue to create your amazing. I will do my best to jump on right back here tomorrow so we can continue Content Creation Week, day number 5. Don't forget to turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here live with me. And of course, if you need any clarity privately, you can always email sistance@gmail.com, at sistense@gmail.com. Alrighty, my dears, till next time. Mwah. Take care. Bye. Oh, sorry. I was about to go and I saw somebody say something. Carla says, where can I get the affirmation cards? So when you go over to Lavon's website, which is livevibrantly.com, let me see if I can put the link into the URL real quickly for you, Carla. Take a look at her shop. She's got the affirmations cards as individual products, but she also has them in her bundles as well. So I got her Sunshine box and I got her I Am series. So I have 2 different sets of affirmation cards. And she also has her voice message, because I designed the website. So she's got voice messaging on her website. So if you find that you're looking for something and you can't find it, you can send her a voice message and she will check in with you. live vibrantly style. Sister Sense style too. Mwah. All right, y'all. Take care. Bye.